Looking at the estate agency career, there are a number of steps, if you like, on the ladder. One of the most important ones, it seems to me, is when you make that move from being a frontline salesperson, be that on the sales or the letting side, to moving into becoming a valuer, to actually taking instructions on. What do you see as the key differences and the key factors that a negotiator needs to grasp and acquire to make that step?
I think that the important thing is to understand about what career progression actually looks like inside of the firm that you're working in, and working directly with your branch manager to talk to them specifically about what are the skill sets that are required. For me, the worst thing that you could do is try to progress from being a negotiator into being a valuer overnight, because you need to have market knowledge, you need to get a certain number of transactions under your belt, and you need to work with different types of people in your community so that you can really understand how you've got to work with that consumer. And there's nothing like the front line to teach you all of those skills before you can then progress into being a valuer. The market knowledge is a critical component, and what I would say to you is that it is important that you get those transactions under your belt so that you can learn how to trade in different marketplaces, from a good market to a bad market to an indifferent market. But really the key skills is about learning how to deal with people. That's about how to identify their needs, how to sell specifically to those particular needs, and then learning how to close people through great summaries, so then they actually say, you know what, I'm ready to go ahead now. And if you learn how to do all of that, that actually sets you up so that the day that you become a valuer, you're actually in a position that you can really thrive and really succeed in that role.
How long do you reckon it takes somebody to acquire that? So if someone's entering into the industry now, realistically, what would be a typical timeline that you think before someone's going to be really ready to take on that role?
It's really dependent upon their age, their maturity, the demographics, their profile, but most importantly, how quickly they can learn. And if they're in an environment that can really get that learning to happen at an exponential rate, I could see people moving into that role within under 18 months.
Really? Okay.
And this is about the importance, though, that they would need to be very, very attuned on learning their valuation appointment, what that would look like, the sales skills that are associated with that, and making sure that they become an absolute student of the game. If you just do 18 months and you don't really do many transactions, then it might take you another 10 years to be ready. But what I'm going to say to you is it actually comes back down to the coach that you've got around you, the training, the education, and also to the assessment criteria. So what we believe in is about building what we call a circle of competence, and every single time that you gain a particular skill, you're right in that circle of competence. Your ability to acquire the skills fastly is what will make the difference in you being a great valuer or not.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Josh.